Some people see just knowing that a creature like that, a being able to eat an entire luxury cruiser in one bite, could exist, deprived many people their hopes of a future. The next event was different. It was a miracle, to say the least. It happened only a month after the destruction of Berto de Espero. A military guard, a young man who had only been 15 at the time of our disappearance from Earth, discovered that when he stood at a certain place at Freysia Square, he could tune into a specific radio station from our old world. The station's name was Synthwave Mix and dedicated most of its broadcasting to that kind of music. Hope returned immediately, but this time the hope was different from the one that we had spent 5 years building up within ourselves. The hope of seeing our loved ones again, the hope to return home. The people at the university investigated the area to try and determine where the radio signals were coming from. They didn't have much success, but soon realized that they emanated from the ground beneath Freysia Square. While the area was investigated by the scientists, ordinary people showed up en masse. They all had radios of different kinds with them, like children carrying stuffed animals to feel safe, hoping to tune into Synthwave Mix and get a taste of their lost home. Of course, the area where the radio station could be heard was too small, and the police had to chase everybody away to give the scientists the room that they needed. A few days later, though, the scientists placed a set of large speakers at the foot of the statue of Freysia and connected them to the receiver they were using to listen in on the radio station. Day and night, the relaxed, somewhat melancholic synthetic music played non-stop to the entire city. People congregated around the statue. They even defied the dangers of the night. This became our city's new tradition, ending the day by going to the statue and sitting down around it. As if in prayer, it became our pilgrimage. This wasn't exactly the music that drew people to the square, but rather its origin. And still, the electronic melody soon turned into a symbol of all of our hopes and desires. From time to time, people would get up and dance, sometimes while crying from a bittersweet joy difficult to explain. Although the thing that made us all go silent and become totally focused was when the host said something. Usually, they only spoke about the music they were broadcasting, completely unaware that an entire city full of people were listening to them almost religiously.
I will see you
But on rare occasions, they talked about the world outside.
tomorrow. I'll be getting out
At
the
those
prison,
times, it felt like our hearts collectively
after
stopped in
short things
anticipation.
out.
Would they say something about
Mum
us?
is already
About their
at the
efforts to
prison.
figure out where we had
My
all gone,
sisters are
how they would
already
bring
at
us
the
back.
prison.
But there was never any news about us. Just as if they had already
So
forgotten
yeah,
about
I'll
us
see
or
you
never
in
known
a
about
year.
us at all. The tragic fate
Bye
of the city
until
of